Day 591 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 2110, number of smooth, decent periods of a stock. The difficulty level is medium, but don't worry because you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as possible. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given an integer array prices representing the daily price history of a stock, where prices of I is the stock price on the ith day. A smooth, decent period of a stock consists of one or more contiguous days such that the price on each day is lower than the price on the preceding day by exactly one. The first day of the period is exempted from this rule. Return the number of smooth, decent periods. All right, y'all, so that may seem pretty simple at first, but let's go ahead and take a look at these examples anyway, just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have our input prices equals an array of integers, 3, 2, 1, and 4. The output is the output is 7. That means there are 7 smooth, decent periods. And once again, a smooth, decent period of stock consists of one or more contiguous days such that the price on each day is lower than the price on the preceding day by exactly one. So in this case, it also says the first day of the period is exempted from this rule. So in this case, we have 3, 2, and 1. And 4, sorry. So we can all count these as their own decent, smooth periods, right? Because it says the first day of the period is exempted from this rule. So that means we can automatically include every integer in this array as the first day, right? So, but that just gets us 4. We still need to find the other smooth, decent period. So we have 3 and 2. So as you can see, we have this period right here where 3 and 2, the preceding each day is lower than the price on the preceding day by exactly 1. So you can see this 2, 2, and 3 is different by exactly 1. Same right here. 2 and 1, that's different by exactly 1. And then we have 3, 2, and 1. Sorry, y'all. We have 3, 2, and 1 where each day is exactly 1 lower than the preceding day, right? And that's this one right here. So in total, we have 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 right here. Boom. So that's how our output is 7, right? So just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 2. So in example 2, we have our input prices equals an array of integers 8, 6, 7, and 7. This time the output is 4. Explanation says there are 4 smooth, decent periods. So once again, since the first day of each period is exempted from this rule, so we are just going to take one, or we're just going to count each one of these days, and that counts as a preceding period. So that's where this 4 comes from. It says there are 4 smooth, decent periods, 8, 6, 7, and 7. It says note that 8 and 6 is not a smooth, decent period because 8 minus 6 does not equal 1. So you might look at this and say, well, these numbers are descending, so this must be a smooth, decent period. But remember, it says lower than the preceding day by exactly 1. Whereas right here, 8 and 6, that's not exactly 1. That's 2, right? 6 is 2 less than 8. We need it to be 1 less than 8, right? Where up here you can see each preceding period, each smooth preceding period, each day is decremented by 1 exactly, right? It's not 2, it's not 3, it's 1. We go 3 to 2, that's 1. We go 2 to 1, that's 1. We go 3 to 1, that's 1 for each day, right? Whereas here, this would be 2, so it doesn't count. And then everything else, that's going up, so that's not going to count. And that stays the same, so that's not going to count. So in total, the output is 4, and that's just 1 for each day of the stock. Boom. So we got one more example to go through, so let's take a look at it. So in example 3, we have our input prices equals an array of integers. That's just 1. The output is 1. It says there's 1 smooth, decent period. So remember, each element counts as its own smooth, decent period, right? So in this case, even though we only have one element, that element still counts as its own one smooth, decent period. So that's why the output is 1. And now that we understand the question, y'all, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. Solution is not that difficult at all. So let's get into it now. First thing we're going to do, we're going to declare a variable called ANDS. And ANDS is going to keep track of the total number of valid decent periods, right? So we could just set that equal to 1 to start. Then we'll say comma, because we're going to create another variable, and we could call this one streak. Boom, and we could set that equal to 1 to start as well. And streak represents the length of the current consecutive descending sequence. We're going to start both at 1 because a single price always counts as a decent period. So now it's time to iterate through the prices array starting from index 1. So we could come underneath this. We'll say for I in 1 dot dot less than prices dot count. We're going to open up, sorry y'all, we're going to open up the regular brackets, not the square brackets. Open those up. Boom. Now first we need to check if the current price is exactly 1 less than the previous price. If that's true, then we are continuing a descending by 1 sequence. So we're going to say if prices square bracket I equals prices square bracket I minus 1 and come outside of this square bracket and we're going to say minus 1. Boom, then we're going to open up the brackets and we're going to extend the current descent streak by saying streak plus equals 1. Else, we can come right here on this if, and we'll say else. We'll open up the brackets. We can reset the streak since the descending pattern is broken. So we can just set streak back equal to 1. Boom. Now we need to add the current streak length to the answer, and this counts all decent periods ending at index I. So we could come underneath this, and we are just going to say ands plus equals streak. Boom. Then finally, we need to return the total number of descent periods by coming right here. And we could just say return ands, just like that, y'all. Boom. Should be all she wrote. Let's give it a run. Make sure it runs properly. It's accepted. So now let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. Let's see, and look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. So, with that being said, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.